here we have two parts. We have to assemble them. So in the assemble menu, we can see there is an option called joint. So when I click here, you can see that I have some tools. So I have to select one component and then the other, and exactly I will be able to select where they need to be seated. So first of all, let us see if the container is also moving and also the lid will be moving. So here there is no connection between these two right now. We have only provided recess to this here so that it exactly sits, but we did not yet provide any other tool which will actually restrict their motion. So first of all, I'll go to container and I'm going to use ground option. So it is asking whether this position is confirmed. Yes, I would say capture position. And here you can see that now I will not be able to move this container. You can try it out, but the lid is free to move. So now I need to arrest the motion of the lid. So for that, I can go to assemble tool and click on joint. Then again go for capture position, and here I have to select any point, okay, which will actually give me the distance or give me any reference with which I can make this one. I can assemble it with this container. So currently I'm going to select this as, let's say, this portion. Okay, so this portion should actually come over here. So you can see it has come exactly over there. But still, you can see that it has 1 degree of freedom left if we do not click on rigid. That is, if we are allowing it to move instead of rigid, we can say revolute so that it moves about this point. But we want this to be rigid. So I'm going to select this rigid and then click OK. So now try to move this lid. We will not be able to move. So we have many other ways of assembling this. So currently I'm deleting this one. I'm deleting this joint, and let us try to exactly select the center points of these two for assembling them. So go to assemble, go to joint, and I'm going to select this one and this portion. But you can see how this has come, right? So first of all, I need to turn it, right? So for turning, I can say flip. Okay, so flip has come this way. Now I need to pull it. Pull it to what extent? So I can give this as, I think it should be 100, 105, because this distance is 100. Previously, if you remember, we had created this box with a height 100. So here I have to give it as 95. Then click OK. Then go to wireframe and we can see that it has seated itself well. So now click on container. Here is the container. Here is the lid. Now let's go back to solid mode, shaded mode, and because it is having the rigid joint, I will not be able to move this. One more point is, if you want to check if these two are interfering with each other, then you can go to inspect and go for interference. So using this, we have to select these two components and then say compute. we can see that here there is a small interference available in this portion. So now we can check why this interference is happening. You can see here. Okay, then I'm going to click OK and we are going to diagnose why this is happening. Now let us see clearly. So I'm going to keep it in the front view that we already had this interference, which we did not actually notice. So if we see, let us check the dimensions that we had given. For the container, for this extrusion, we had given 5 mm. And let us go to the lid. After activating the lid, I'm double clicking on this extrusion and I have given this as minus 2.5. But I should have given this as minus 5. Then go for OK. Now you can see that there is no interference. It has exactly seated over there. So now let us go and check for interference. Let us make this solid and go for inspect, go for interference. Then select these two and say compute. Now we see that there is no interference.